What's up, superstars? Welcome back to LGS5. We're here in Springfield, Missouri. We got an excellent conclusion here to this event. It's your boy, the biggest M, right next to me, Campaign.
Welcome. We're here in Springfield, man. It's been a tournament. It's been a long tournament, round robin. It always takes a bit of time, but we're getting through it.
A bit of a slog.
We're getting close to the end here in this venue, but we're gonna get it done. I hope we don't have to cut anything off. We got some good sets. You just saw AK fall to Death Spade. Not something you'd expect so early, but I mean it's not something that's that surprising. It's happened so many times before. That matchup between these two has been so storied, but we're going into Toffee versus Emdy right here. This has not happened since Lua?
Yeah, I think so. Speaking of storied matchups, there's a little bit of a story here. As you know, Emdy obviously searching for a big win against Toffee. I mentioned it earlier, Emdy was on stream. They're just the type of player to always seek out, just those higher level players to try to get that major upset.
Yeah, you don't see Miles too often playing those locals. You don't see them but they're always grinding. Like I talk to Miles all the time. They're always playing games. Oh, they're gonna live because of Crash Bomber, but almost lost stock so quick. But yeah, they play a lot of really good players online all the time, and when they do show up, okay, we got some control issues here.
Yeah. I was like, that tag is Zefty.
No, that is. Wait, is it?
Yeah, that's Zefty's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They thought it was him.
L button wasn't working.
Oh, okay. L button wasn't working. All right, yeah. Classic GameCube adapter.
So quick reset.
But yeah, between these two, last time, did we commentate that one when they played? I don't remember. It was years ago. I mean, 2021
yeah, it
we're
was
talking
years
about.
Ago. I think we didn't, because I think that would be upper half of top 8, and then I think we relegated that to censored and Ron.
No, back the first one? That was first Lua.
Oh.
First Lua, we did the top 8, the whole top 8.
Dang.
Because we didn't have Ron censored out there, bro.
Yeah, then it probably was us. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it was Mega Man PT back then, though.
Yeah,
this is a different look for Miles or Emdy here. They've been working on this Falco, and it's been coming along really nicely. They've been grinding it up.
They picked up a big win against Isaiah with this very same Falco, in a much more favorable matchup than PT Pac-Man. So obviously puts in the work in the matchups it needs to.
Yeah, I mean, even our best local Kansas City PT players picked up a secondary for Pac-Man's and Shadzik. So I mean, it's not too surprising. Those characters really can struggle to approach these types of characters, and coming into a matchup versus Mega Man, it's not too much different. With Falco, just being able to use that reflector, that frame 1 reflector, probably the best reflector in the game, just to really stifle all those mid-range options in certain spots.
Yeah, I mean, he just feels like a very strong anti-meta pick because in his spots where he's strong, he's powerful, but so is that hard knuckle, almost taking the first stock of the set.
Yeah, and speaking of his strengths, but honestly his weaknesses, that recovery is one of them. It's not horrible. He's got a lot of mix-ups, but there are some characters that can really take advantage, and Toffee gonna nail that edge guard. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, that felt like a stairway to hell. As it was super fiery there, sending him to the top blast zone with that forward air. Man, Toffee starting off the set right.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting off to a hot start. Still 129. I mean, this is just an up-tilt backer away from our MD. We'll see if they can pick up the stock easily, or if Toffee can kind of play this evasive game. I saw him live to over 200% just a set ago against Prater, so he's so strange to these high percents.
Oh, yeah, and that's low-key a KC classic. They love to kind of hang on to those stocks very well. If you're not, poised to find your kill confirms, especially on Falco, those percentages can rack up.
Straight hit coming through, though, for MD. We're going to take that stock. We're back even here. I mean, this has been playing out about how you'd expect it. It's been scrappy back and forth. A lot of these short-range projectiles, a lot of these, feints, these approaches, these, jump-ins, it's really difficult to kind of pin these two down.
Oh.
And, okay, well, that's going to take it. I mean, that's an up tilt.
Yeah, if you can't pin them down, you can root them up. And that up tilt was exactly what Toffee needed.
It's the best in the business.
Real.
It's the best in the, I don't know. Ryu might have something to say about that, but it's up there. It's up there when it comes to that kill power.
I mean, but that's in the bloodlines of Toffee. That Shoryuken, been doing it since Smash 4. Yeah, he's been on.
He's been known for the raw DP, and he's been throwing it out today. With the Mega Man, especially on small battlefield as well with these platforms, man. You can just land on them. There's so little lag, so little risk for such high reward. Paying off right there for Toffee.
Yeah, I mean, in our home region, we like to call small battlefield Lawrence's playground because in the Lawrence local in the Kansas scene, they love playing on small battlefield, especially Toffee, and it's kind of just his homeland. He knows all the little tips and tricks to move around these platforms.
Yeah, but definitely not something that Falco's too shy about either. These platforms are always good for Falco, although he'd probably prefer Battlefield. But other than that, like, oh, this is going to be scary. Got to get the tech. Emdy has those. Really bad position, though. This is where you don't want to be as Falco.
Yeah.
Scooped him.
That was scouted out a mile away there.
Yeah, I mean, really well played by Toffee. And putting the pressure on to Emdy here, and like, you're in that spot where you're like, man, I really want to get back to that stage. I don't want to get back here by Mega Man. I'm going to die if I get hit by it. And that's what really baits in that role so often. And Toffee ready for it there.
Classic Toffee. He's looking in prime form. Honestly, you know, it was looking a little shaky for the KC reps earlier this morning. A lot of them falling to upsets in the pools, but obviously the two standouts, Toffee and Dead Spade, have just came back in a big way, both in top 4 of this bracket, and you can see Toffee already locked in.
Yeah. I'm taking a little aside from this set. Shout out to Yams, the Ganondorf. I'm not sure where they're from. I think Arkansas, if I had to guess, based on who was cheering for him, but they beat Yellow Salami and Chumples today.
Sheesh.
Like, insane wins for a Ganon player.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. They were very solid. I was watching a lot of their sets. Michigan? Are you serious? Okay. So from Michigan, very good player. That was crazy. But back to this one. These two are still in the bracket, despite that. And, I mean, Toffee been in a bit of a loser's run as well. I think he's been in losers since, like, well before top 8, that's for sure.
Yeah, I forgot who he fell to in winners of Top Cut, but I know that in pools he did fall to Trey John 6, but inevitably I believe he got that run back,
yeah.
and kind of cleaned it up, and really on the path to redemption here. Honestly, low-key, I'm going to call it now. It could be a Toffee bracket, you know?
It's possible.
Has a favorable matchup into AK, but obviously AK has a lot more skin in the game. The former LGS5 champion looking to do that back-to-back. You know, this tournament means a lot to him. So it's still quite the mountain for Toffee to climb, and he still has the opponent right in front of him to take out.
It's got to be to Emdy, and Emdy with a decisive lead here, and on that stage I mentioned before, Battlefield. I mean, Falcos love this stage. That top platform, so good. That up throw into that nair drag down, going to get all of these extensions. Doesn't quite get that one, but still a ton of damage.
Yeah, I am actually a bit puzzled how we kind of ended up on this map. You know, obviously you don't want to go to Town and City against Falco. That's just literally his map, but this Battlefield platform doing a lot of work for Emdy.
I want to say, like, I feel like Battlefield might be the best Falco. I don't know. I see a lot of them talk about it. Town and City definitely nice for the side blast zones, but this one just going to give you so much damage all the time.
Yeah.
Down, I got to get that 2-frame there at least for Toffee. You can bring it a little bit back in here, but a ton of damage to make up still.
Yeah, I mean, but once again, we mentioned it, Toffee known for hanging onto these stocks past these deep rep percents. So Toffee's no stranger for bringing this back. But speaking of back, connects with the back air, and Emdy up a stock.
Yeah, back air been doing some work for Emdy in this set for sure. All of their stocks, almost all of their stocks are coming from these back airs. Finding them on Battlefield especially. That damage just racks up so quick. You get to that percentage so fast. You don't have to worry about, man, am I going to rack up this damage? It's like the damage will come. It's like I just need to focus on where these openings are for these KOs. And Emdy not struggling to find them here and quickly lapping percent again on this second stock.
Yeah, Toffee's going to need one of those patented Toffee stocks to really come back into this game in a big way, as things have been going back and forth, and that's not what you want to see when you're down an entire stock.
Yeah, a lot of guesswork going to have to happen here in terms of got to make that good read, and otherwise you're not going to get these stocks so early on. A character like Mega Man, especially like Falco, you can recover high. Like, you really got a lot of options. But that forward smash, as they say it, sometimes you just throw it out, sometimes it just lands.
Yeah, the nice little clip there from Toffee, and going to immediately put this momentum into use. Avoiding the up tilt back air, but man, Emdy's just right on it.
Yeah, a lot of extensions here. I mean, it's looking scary for Toffee, but all the momentum seems to be dying away here by the wayside wall. Ooh, and you love to see that. That's something you see Toffee do, that type of little mix-up, like, hey, I know you're going to panic here, but Emdy flipping it around. I mean, really well played by Emdy in that. Great adjustment on that game, too.
Yeah, it's an insane set. Honestly, that's great Emdy got on the board here. That means that we are in for a hot one.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of stages. Well, we can see the stage strikes here, I guess, on the screen. We'll see what they kind of go for. Say a Kalos ban, an FD ban makes sense. I'm assuming he's going to stay Mega Man, Toffee.
Yeah, I mean, Toffee has been doing a lot of switching throughout the bracket. I've seen a little bit of Wario,
of course.
I don't actually think I've seen anything else, actually. It's just been Mega Man Wario. From
no Diddy. No Diddy
today.
today.
Yeah, no Diddy.
We're going back to small Battlefield. Not surprised at all.
But we did get the Wario counter pick.
Oh, did we?
Yeah,
okay.
I heard Wario.
Okay, well, that's going to switch it up.
Oh wait, that's Diddy.
Oh, we're lying.
I'm lying
That's what we
hard.
say. We have not seen Diddy today. It's interesting that we see this. I didn't really expect this at all because he's been making the run today, right, with like the Mega Man and the Wario.
Yeah, I mean, and out of all the matchups here, I did not expect it here.
I really have no clue how this matchup goes, so I won't even try to speculate. But I mean, of course, Diddy, a very strong character, has his own options, and Toffee's kind of been known to kind of freestyle with the character, I mean, as he does with almost all of them. But Diddy especially, I feel like really can get going when he gets that momentum. So we'll see if he can build it in this game 3.
It's funny because we're no stranger to this matchup in the home KC region. We have tons of Falcos and our handful of Diddy Kongs too. But I mean, honestly, it's still like anybody's game because you can see this matchup can really go back and forth.
But great pickup. That fastball tendency from these spaces, man, it's gonna really do numbers when it comes to that down tilt up smash. Not gonna send you very far with that down tilt when you fall in that fast.
Yeah. Oh man, and Toffee loves that falling nair from Diddy Kong. That and the dash attack are his big money moves. He kind of just uses those like no other Diddy.
Man, Diddy's got some great moves, doesn't he? Throwing out the fair, throwing the back air, the dash attack, the down tilt, man, he's just got buttons. Buttons on buttons, not to mention the banana. But we're not seeing too much banana yet. It's a lot of just scrapping.
Which honestly makes a lot of sense because that down B right there, you're really just going to throw banana in spots that it works. Probably not going to rely on it too heavy in this matchup. I mean, but again, I feel like that's only an effort afforded to someone like Toffee and his caliber being able to play without it. But man, what a big down.
Yeah, nice pickup from Emdy there. I mean, I think you really see the what I'm seeing from Toffee here is kind of just like a change of pace, right? You see that Mega Man, he's kind of ledge trapping, he's letting you make your own mistakes, bury your own grave, or dig your own grave rather. But this Diddy Kong is getting in your face and making it happen, and there he goes, getting the roll with that banana F smash, always going to take it there at 100 plus.
Same read to end game 1, but a different flavor. This time banana flavored there with that a nice smooth read. Obviously, Emdy trying to answer back in a big way here.
They definitely could have got it there, but not quite going to land. See what kind of damage we can build here for Toffee in the extra credit department.
Oh, not quite in position for that illusion side B. I mean, that illusion back air. It's something that Falco can utilize to snack a stock. Oh my goodness.
That tech's kind of big, right? It allows him to kind of regain kind of stage control. Otherwise, you kind of bounce up and Falco just do what they want. Not really paying off just yet. The fair missing. What? Ooh, just not enough.
Yeah, tried to do the insta-pop barrels to get back to stage, but apparently that was not enough gas or fuel to get back to stage.
I want to say he might have went for like the initial hitbox to kind of knock him away.
Yeah.
But not quite in position for that, and not quite in position to recover. So Emdy gonna get a second chance here on this last stock. Definitely not too far gone just yet.
Yeah, but it really is one solid down tilt away or a banana slip.
Banana, the betrayal.
Yeah, honestly, getting those all in the wrong
that's
order.
probably gonna do it though, yeah?
Yeah.
So reliable in Falco. Like you don't usually when they hit that and it kills just like that, it's very like barely connecting and it's almost like it's gonna drop. But right there, man, there's just no doubt.
Yeah, and honestly, we saw there probably why Toffee went to this Diddy. In those scramble scenarios, Diddy is unmatched. With the banana in hand, you're just going to win out on those. Where two players are kind of spaghettiing options at each other, it's just going to come up Diddy almost every single time. So, moving on into game 4. Toffee up in the set 2-1. This is not a position you want to be against if you are Emdy, coming up as the the underdog here.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of stage pick we go for. I would imagine the Battlefield's gonna be off the table. If I was Toffee, I would definitely ban it after how that game 2 went.
Yeah.
Very commanding one from Emdy there.
All right. Oh, we got another switch.
Oh, a little PT back. Okay.
Yep,
I like to see this. See this little counter pick war. This is like the late game meta we're in right now with Ultimate, right? A lot of people have 1, 2, 3 characters that are actually like battle tested. They're like bracket tested. They've been playing them for a long time. And I mean, the PT is probably MD's best character, I would imagine still. Although Falco is very strong, but I think it's probably still their best character. We'll see how it plays against this Diddy.
Yeah, I mean, but once again, it's nothing unfamiliar. It's not unfamiliar territory to either of these players. So it's going to be a good bout. But I feel like if you let Toffee get in his bag, you mentioned it earlier, he just can really start steamrolling you with this chimpanzee.
Similarly, like this Squirtle's doing some work early on, a little 80% starter. I mean, I feel like the comfort is definitely like the the kind of move here for Emdy, playing this character they have so many hours on, being able to just be comfortable in these scrambles that we're talking about. And man, it's looking scary already for both these players.
That's also an interesting interaction. So with like Pyramithra, when they switch, they keep the banana in hand. But when you switch as Pokemon trainer, they actually drop it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
For better or for worse, right? When you drop a C4, it's really nice for PT, but dropping the banana, not ideal.
Not really.
Hanging on to it for a long time, though, and also picking up that stock with a nice up air catch.
Oh, okay.
Banana, man, it's not doing him any favors this game.
Yeah, I mean, we even talked about it. Toffee really wasn't even relying it on that Falco game. So honestly, this is just a perfect pick for Emdy. Like you said, that familiarity, and with Toffee picking up the pace, you know, knowing your chops is going to be very helpful.
Yeah, we're seeing it. Emdy's, adjustment again. I mean, we see game 1, Toffee pretty commanding, not super bad, but game 2, Emdy comes back, makes an adjustment, takes that game pretty convincingly, and right back the other way with Toffee. We're in game 4. As I speak that, getting back into it for Toffee, but I mean, definitely a great start for Emdy in this game 4.
Yeah, I mean, Zard's out on the table, so honestly, this stock could be as good as gone if Toffee isn't careful.
Yeah, there it goes, that forward air. Always going to take it that percent. Such a strong move.
Yeah, even more powerful. I recently learned it actually has a tipper, right?
It does, yeah. I was actually going to mention that. No one really knows, but dude, that move has got a very satisfying sound effect, satisfying hit stop. It's always the tipper that kind of grants you that insane kill power on the move.
Oh man, this is looking all empty right now, and this is exactly what you want to see. Get yourself to that game 5, and then give yourself the fighting chance, the tech chase.
I was thinking that was going to be the jab lock, and that's going to be the game no matter what.
Oh.
Man, those
JV2 stock. Or 3 stock.
The rocket barrels, I mean, they slam it into the wall. Unfortunate for Toffee. It happens to almost every Diddy Kong that you watch. I mean, Tweak's not even safe from that.
We'll see. I think I heard about a Mega Man swap back, so we'll see.
We're going to see. I imagine Emdy going to stay the course. So the PT just... And I know that PT considered, like, one of their worst matchups is considered... Mega Man is considered one of the worst matchups. Mm-hmm. So we'll see if they stick to it, and we see that Mega Man PT and see if they can push through it. Sounds like we are. Curious to see if we're on small battlefield or not again.
Oh yeah, we gentlemen right back to it. Like I mentioned, this is Toffee's comfort home. He wants to win on small battlefield. That's just kind of his domain. So that's exactly where we're running it right back to.
It's kind of like comfort versus like what kind of stages that your character likes. Like PT loves this stage, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. These low blast zones off the top, I mean, they're going to give them super early kills off the up smashes with Charizard, the up airs with Ivysaur.
Yeah.
But we're going to have to deal with this. We're going to contend with this mid-range wall first. And that's kind of what Emdy was probably trying to avoid with the Falco start.
Yeah, but honestly, you have the speed on Squirtle. Might as well utilize it to carry a little bit of that momentum from game 4. Try to see if you can roll over the momentum king Toffee.
A little back and forth here, but Emdy definitely getting the better of this start of this game. But it really is always going to be about that jab lock, and I was going to say who takes the stock first, and immediately answered.
That was quick. And Toffee is kind of getting packed up by the Squirtle here. You can see he's trying as he might, SDIing every single one of these multi-hits, but this punish game is just on point for Emdy right now.
Yeah, Emdy playing right outside his range, right? Like he wants to get... Toffee wants to jump in with that forward air, wants to get that stuff started. And Emdy playing right outside with this Squirtle, just so pesky, so small, such a small hurt box. And now up tilt, almost taking it light with that small hurt box.
Yeah, that's the only issue of, kind of only playing that Squirtle. While you may be winning the advantage, it only really takes one giant hit to kind of get Squirtle off the screen.
Yeah, and I will say that Squirtle is probably the best Pokemon versus this character.
Sure.
So it only gets harder as you kind of have to switch through, as you get to these higher percents and want to kind of hang on to that stock. But we'll see how Emdy plays it. We might see a Charizard switch here, but no, that forward, almost got the up air tech chase.
Yikes.
Ooh, the jump.
Yeah, you may have swapped to the flying Pokemon, but you're still getting sit sky high with that one. Gonna be an even stock game, but not an even percent game here. I mean, Cam, what do you think is gonna be the way for Toffee to win this?
I mean, I think he really has to slow it down because he's just getting chased. He's getting chased around the stage, and there's no reprieve, right? There's nowhere to run. The stage is so small with these platforms and the way it kind of plays out in neutral. So Toffee's really, I think he's trying to struggle. He's struggling to try to find that space, trying to find the pacing of this game.
Speaking of space, literally pixels away from getting that grab, and now gets reversal with that nair, but honestly, leave on leave action there. Gonna buy Toffee a little bit of a reprieve, but
fantastic lead. Fantastic weight from Emdy there.
that's the biggest up air I've seen all set, and this is exactly where Emdy wants to be. Up 2 stocks to 1 against KC's GOAT, the OG, the number 1. He's looking like he'll have to make a big move here.
Toffee definitely on the back foot here. And as the crowd chant for the cheating, that Emdy is cheating apparently. We'll see if that stands to fruition, of course.
Okay, there goes a down air. Oh, wow.
Forward smash, yeah, I mean, not too far off here. I mean, if we can seal the stock at the edge, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
These characters get heavier as you swap through them.
Yeah.
Mega Man's edge guarding, no joke.
Oh, and Crash Bomber actually betraying Toffee there. I feel like the F smash would have connected on that roll, but honestly, that Emdy probably chose that option just for that specific reason.
Here comes Hazard. I mean, it's really scary at this point. We're talking up smash, probably can't. Flare Blitz gonna take it. A great all or nothing option for Emdy to go for. You gotta admire that. You gotta admire that. That's it takes a lot of courage to go for a move like that in a game 5. Even when you're up a stock, I mean, you lose that stock there, stuff can spiral so quickly.
Yeah.
Especially against Toffee.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to give him a chance.
That is a crazy way to end the set. And man, I mean, I know Toffee's a little disappointed. He always wants to kind of, like I said, there was most definitely a path for him to win this bracket, but had to get in past the obstacle right in front of him, and just was unable to get it done. Emdy, a big win.
Yeah, I mean, we're going on to obviously the number 1 seed of this tournament, Paulo Kage versus Emdy. We'll see how they can test their mettle here against the best in the Midwest, probably up there with Onan. And we're talking like, I mean, Emdy has so much experience versus this character. So there's a lot of like back and forth here, right? Where Miles has so much experience versus Snake, whereas AK is obviously a fantastic player, one of the best in the world. See how that clashes, see what they can kind of get away with when it comes to this matchup, really.
Oh boy, and it's been quite the top 8 bracket so far. If you're just tuning in, we're here at Let's Go Springfield, the 5th edition in the heart of Springfield, Missouri.